All right, guys, we're going to be taking a look at Ethan's 150 pound, it's like 68 kilo slow pull power clean and jerk today. There's a solid clean. That's a really good jerk, actually, too. We did one of these last week at a couple pounds lighter, and it was way rougher than that. So I'm happy with this right off the bat. This is heavier and better technique. All right, so phase by phase, start position look good. Shoulders are in front of the bar. Hips are above the knees. Shoulders are above the hips. I have a little bit of a slight elbow bend. I'd like to see longer arms there. It's a small issue, though. All right, knees are coming out of the way. Still staying over the bar, which is good. Bar's a little far away, but not terrible. Now here's one thing I'd like to see a little bit more of. He is finishing his extension of his hips before his knees have extended. And a strong pull, that triple extension, is going to start with the knees extending first, then the hips, then the ankles. He's going hips first, which is usually just a common error that happens when people are imagining hips being the main thing that moves the bar and not the legs. So that would be the biggest thing. Stand up with the legs first. Don't hit the bar with your hips. Speedy on the turnover, stops the bar. Very, very good there. Big breath, gets tall. That's exactly what you want. Maybe a little too low, definitely too low of a dip. Yeah. So right about here is going to be where you want the dip to stop. And that's going to be about the most that you can dip without it actually starting to get slower. And then he goes, at this point, he's starting a squat, basically. And one of the biggest issues with dipping that low, while also trying to maintain vertical spine, vertical torso, is that the hips will start to shift forward because the ankles run out of room. And he's got pretty good ankle mobility, so it doesn't actually cause a whole lot of forward shifting of the hips. But as he starts to get down there, you can kind of see a little bit of it. So got to work on a much smaller dip. That'll help everything. Split positions, way better than last week. He could barely get that bar behind his head. His mobility just looks like he's feeling a lot looser going into the session than last week's session with a 215. Split position looks great. Vertical front shin, bent back knee, not overextending his back. Recovers front foot, meets in the middle. Solid jerk there. So recap here on the cleans. We got to visualize less hips and more legs. So we want to be driving up with the bar, and the timing of that, the order of operations here with the knees and the hips and the ankles is going to be knees extend first, then the hips, then the ankles at the very last second. That's why you don't even think about, pushing through your toes or a calf raise or jump or whatever some people say. But knees, hips, then ankles. And that's the order for triple extension. And then on the jerk, just a smaller dip. Other than that, your split position looked fantastic. Recovery was great. Balance is great. Keep that up. All right. That's it for this one.